Press.
Frank, do you have confirmations about LeBron or AD or status for him?
And AD is, we're still going to list him as questionable, but he's most likely out. The fever returned after the game, and he's been in bed all day with that fever. He's trying to hold out hope that if the fever breaks, he can get over here, but he's most likely out. Still listed as questionable officially.
So it's been a bit of a part of your season, right, where you've had guys in and out, but how does this specific one affect you in this game?
Well, we haven't played a lot of minutes without Anthony. He's been in every game, and it's a different challenge for us. For obviously what he does on both sides of the ball, and this is a big team that we're playing against. So we will definitely miss his size and length inside, but we just have to adjust. Everybody deals with guys in and out of the lineup all year, and it's no different for us tonight.
And then, Frank, just how about getting LeBron back after not playing last night and just everything with the suspension? How are you looking at him and his approach with this one?
Well, I'm never unhappy to have him back. Obviously he impacts both sides of the ball and winning more than any player in the league. And it was just disappointing, that he wasn't able to play in that game in the Garden. And I'm sure he'll be eager to get in there tonight and help us get a W.
Frank, we talked a lot about AD at the 5 lineups, and I know cases are kind of huge, but is this a game without AD where you look at maybe super small lineups with either LeBron or Melo playing the 5?
Yeah, we've talked about that. It's probably unlikely, just because of really Sabonis and Turner. Those guys are huge. And Sabonis in particular, just requires an element of physicality, that I like for our centers. So we'll likely look at that, but definitely have that as an option.
Thank you. Have you guys talked to Ted lately the last few hours, I guess? What those conversations like with his troubles going on right now?
Oh, yeah.
The young guy like he is.
He's remaining confident. He had a couple off nights. We show him the film. We talk about ways that a couple bad decisions or tough shots can lead you into a bad rhythm and carry over throughout the night. You know what I mean? And I definitely feel like that was the case last night. He had 2 forced shots in the lane. Also had 2 where he, like I said last night, he got hit and wasn't able to finish. But he's also, he needs to understand that he can attack more aggressively in catch and shoot situations. It doesn't all have to be off the bounce into traffic. Defense loading up on him, and like we're telling our whole team, we have to really believe and buy into the extra pass mindset. It's got to be a way of life for us. And if he sees a crowd, he sees traffic, getting out of control and just playing through the next man, just makes the game easy for everybody. And it's something we're preaching with our whole team.
Frank, staying on Taylor, said that you guys identified him to be a defensive stopper. You mentioned how last night he was getting some of the point guard minutes, but obviously no LeBron and no Russ. Could being a distributor, being primary playmaker, is that also something that as a franchise you guys like to improve in that role?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think on this team he's going to take the reins with Russ and Bron out there. But if there's stretches where those guys are out, we have we have been using Rondo in those situations. But Russ doesn't sit out the game very long. It's only after 3-4 minutes at a time. So he comes back in, and the Russ and Rondo combination is not ideal. So most of those situations we did not have Tim. So now Tim is back. Something we can look at, and you learn every time you look at something new. You learn some stuff, and we dealt with some pressure last night that we can alleviate in easy ways that we didn't, in the first run at it. And but it is something that we believe in.
Frank, you said that you don't like playing zone that much, and obviously you guys are doing a bunch of it right now. Do you see that as a little bit of we're going to get through this stretch until we kind of find that guys are able to adapt to the way we want to play defense, or how do you kind of view it right now?
Yeah, it's being effective for us right now. So that's why we're using it a lot. Obviously, if we're out there doing it and it's it's porous, that's not ideal. But we have because of our injuries, we have excuse me, a lot of situations where we don't have good matchups. To try to slow down the other team's elite players. So sometimes you just you have to be creative, and it's part of this year's journey that I'm embracing and enjoying the challenge of doing something I've not done before as a coach. And we're having some success with it. So hopefully we can continue to grow it.
Do you have any other questions?
Frank, I apologize for the answers already, but I'll start on the other side. Rookie, you were coaching him. What do you think about his growth in the league since then?
Yeah, well, I love the young man. I did get to coach him as a rookie. He's a sweetheart of a guy, cares about all the right things, works his tail off, and he's a winning player. So it's fun to watch him grow and become the player that right now is leading the NBA in block shots and shooting 42% from the 3-point line. These are all the things we envisioned when we drafted him. And, I'm just happy for all of his success. Obviously, I hope he misses all his shots tonight and has 0 blocks against the Lakers. But other than that, I'm always rooting for him.
Frank, just one follow-up on AD. Obviously, it's the anchor to your defense. Can you basically play the same way when he's not in there? Or are there certain things that you really have to cover up for a different way?
Yeah, well, again, we've been playing a lot of zone, and that'll be a part of making up for no Anthony. But Bron's capable of doing all of it. Basically, he understands big man coverages. So if we have to put him on Miles Turner for stretches, we can do that. And obviously, it's an opportunity for our centers to step up. We're not going to play any minutes with AD at the 5 because he's not in the lineup. So those guys will have to come in and tag team the center position and hopefully dominate.
So.
Yeah.